It's all fun and games till someone gets shot.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about this new tweet from Harada once again. If you've seen my last video, I broke it down piece by piece, but he tweeted on Twitter out of nowhere, work in progress. This happened at the same time when a lot of other game developers all over the world were teasing their reveal for the Game Awards. So this is what kind of leads to players to believe that Harada is going to do something at the Game Awards. At the time of recording, we are about 5 days away, and I do want to be clear, Tekken 8 is so far not confirmed to be there and presenting anything. This is all just speculations based off of the tweets that Harada is putting out. This image, like I said, I broke it down already, but to look at it once more, it looks like a trailer. When you ask AI what it is, it says that it's audio for a trailer. The two first lines are staff roll 1 and 2, which is basically the credits from some Tekken game we don't know. There also is Tekken 3 referenced in this track. There's Heihachi Mishima referenced in this track, and there's some other stuff here from a company called Cinematics, and they do a lot of the sound work for Tekken as well. So basically, it has all of the signs of some type of Tekken soundtrack, Tekken trailer being put together. Now, the speculations of what this trailer could be ranges anywhere between the Tekken 8 Season 3, revealing the characters all at once, revealing the characters one at a time. You also have a story Season 2, which once again is not confirmed. If anything, Harada said they were only going to do a story DLC one time for Tekken 8, and then he never really said that they'll do it another time. But with all the story relevance that Marizu has, people are saying they probably will do another one, and they should do another one. The finals prediction of what this trailer could be is simply another guest character standalone reveal. You know, they showed up with Clive and they did him all on his own. They could do that again if they wanted to, but with a different character. Now, there was one person who commented and generated a response from Harada. They say, wow, Reaper is the industry standard for posts. I didn't know what Reaper was. I thought that was like some kind of video game character or something, but it's actually referring to the type of software that is being used in this image. And I guess this is a popular sound development software that's used by a lot of developers. Harada says, it's not standard tool in development. I'm using it for the first time simply because it came up as a recommended option when I searched for it myself. That's a cool little fun fact about this whole thing, is that Harada is the one who's actually boots on the ground putting this thing together. For those of you guys who don't know, the Tekken developers rarely turn to other companies to make their trailers. A lot of their character trailers and a lot of the things they produce is done in-house. Nakatsu puts all the trailers together, and this is why you see the level of quality rise over time, because these guys start with no skill and then they rise up through the ranks of editing, and then they get better and better and better. Look at the first gameplay trailer for Tekken 8 and then go back and watch that Armor King trailer. You'll see the night and day difference. And they also do this with other things in the game, like the sound, like the actual music, like the stages. Tekken is very resourceful in this way. Someone else says, love Reaper based. Judging by the time length alone and the track list, looks like more of a remix DJ set or some kind of audio for a throwback video than the trailer sound. So this person here, I don't know their full experience, but they're saying it sounds like some of that instead of a trailer. Now, I don't know what a remix DJ set could mean in terms of the Game Awards, because like that don't make no sense. Harada ain't about to get up there and start DJing or remixing Moonlight Wilderness and this and that. You would assume that this is leading up to some kind of like trailer, but he's saying that it's not. I do want to clarify as well that so far there is no guaranteed reveals anywhere. I feel like I have to say this multiple times because like when I make these videos and I'm talking about Harada and I'm talking about Game Awards, people can jump a couple of steps and think that everything is confirmed, everything is done, but still, we do not have any confirmation that there is a trailer, that there is a reveal. For all we know, we could be sitting boots down all the way till March 16th before we get any news. But I think with Harada putting this tweet out the way that he is, if he did that, that would have a lot of people confused, and a lot of people probably would be a little disappointed. The Game Awards is a moment of celebration, a moment of showing what's new. Tekken 8 needs that opportunity, in my opinion, they needs to show the people what's new, what's next, what's to get excited about. But Harada responds to this and says, I'm a beginner with Reaper, but you seem to be quite experienced. Sharp observation. I will post it on Monday, the 8th, with a message attached. This is where things get really cryptic. First off, what is it? What is he posting? The full track, the full trailer, the full project he's working on? And then lastly, with a message attached. This is what people were waiting for. Tekken 8 is doing a lot of recovering of ground. They lost a lot of ground in season 2. Tekken 8 has so much potential, and with the bad balancing that's been done to the game, they lost a lot of it. But then they brought in the new development team, and then now things are on the up and up. Fakram, Armor King, Marizu are fantastic. And I'm starting to see this subtle shift in the players, where players were afraid to celebrate Fakram because they didn't know if Armor King was going to be trash. But now that Armor King is great, people are still kind of hesitant because we saw Marizu's trailer and we was like, yeah, this is going to be a problem. But now that Marizu is out and she's actually fun, that's the number one most important thing. She is fun to fight with and fight against. There is so many characters in this game that's only fun to fight with, and fighting against them is an absolute nightmare. So the fact that we got 3 bangers back to back means that it's not a coincidence, and the next thing that they're going to do is probably going to be equally on that level of like just pure fire. One thing as well, I know we're all locked in on what Tekken could possibly be shown at the Game Awards, but another reason why I think they should be there is because possibly the other fighting games will be there. Street Fighter last year revealed all of their DLC all at once at the Game Awards. That really outshined Tekken in my opinion. And then also, you got to remember what Virtual Fighter said. Virtual Fighter has been taking subtle jabs at Tekken throughout the whole year. But the last thing that they told us is that their next reveal is going to be the biggest, and they've been pretty silent. They've revealed only 3 characters. They haven't said much. So the Game Awards is looking to have some big reveals for the other fighting games. And when you talk about Tekken 8 losing all this goodwill and all this ground, they gotta show up in a big way. Keep it competitive. Don't let Virtual Fighter outshine you, and don't let Street Fighter continue to run away with the lead. Whatever this is, I have high hopes for it, high expectations for it. Keep this momentum going. People think that I love to like hate on and trash Tekken, but I absolutely disagree. Tekken has so much potential, and watching them squander it for the past 2 years was like excruciating. But we're back, bro. I low-key literally feel like we're back. Now that they're starting to make all this progress with the players who play the game daily, they need to now change the way that the Tekken 8 is looked at across the gaming industry. A lot of people heard of the Season 2 backlash. That was very loud. It was very viral, but they need to now counteract that with some good news, with some good viral stuff, right? When I talk about Tekken's cultural relevance, for right now, it's 0 or it's negative, and they need to do something to flip that on its head and make a comeback. So many content creators are still very upset with the balancing because Tekken 8 is very broken, is very, chaotic when you're talking about a competitive level. When you're talking about casual level and some of the people who just play like off and on, it's not really a problem for them. But for the diehard players, they're still really like kind of spinning their heads about the independent balancing. So if they can fix that in season 3, and I really hope they can fix that, because a lot of this stuff is crazy and it's going to take a lot to fix it. It's not going to be easy. Characters are going to have to get destroyed. Things are going to have to be reworked. Tekken 8 needs a CR, BR, DR type version. But if they could do that, and then they could deliver on a fantastic reveal at the Game Awards, a fantastic Tekken World Tour, and then they could start season 3 off with a banger, I think they may recover, bro.